Hi, my name is Lizzy de la Garza Putegnat, and I am the Executive Director of Titan Fuel for Marketing and Public Relations, and I'm also the Board President for RGV LEAD. It's Rio Grande Valley Linking Economic and Academic Development.
And today's interview, Lizzy, is all about RGV LEAD. There'll be plenty of people, plenty of our viewers that perhaps need educating. They may not have heard of the group. So tell us about the group, how old it is and what its mission statement is, etc.
Sure. So RGV LEAD, Rio Grande Valley Linking Economic and Academic Development, was established in 1992. So we are so excited to celebrate our 30th anniversary. And when we started, it was to bridge the gap between education, workforce, and industry. We know that educators are doing a great job, industries are doing a great job, workforce agencies, but we thought that there needed to be collaboration, communication between the three so that we could achieve further success. And so RGV LEAD's mission is to foster partnership between education and industry to equip students with college and career readiness to meet the region's highly skilled workforce demands. And thanks to our great board members in the past, thanks to our staff, our education partners, our community partners, we've been able to foster this collaboration and this communication throughout the last 30 years with exciting programs and initiatives that really are preparing students with the tools and resources to succeed not only in college but also in career and in their lives.
I might say to you, when you say that, that's an incredibly important mission statement you have, but maybe you're one of the Valley's best kept secrets.
Yes, we are. Comment? Yes, we are. And we did a strategic planning last year, and one of our goals is to tell our story in a more effective manner. We do so much, we've got so many programs, and I invite everyone to visit our website at rgvlead.org so you can see the wide plethora of programs that we have. But where we can improve is in telling our story. And so one of the things that we have been very intentional about is having more events, having more fundraisers and events where we can promote our story, create awareness, which leads me to one of the exciting events that we're having October 5th at the Knapp Medical Conference Center. It's our inaugural State of Education and Industry in the RGV. And we're so excited to host this. And people ask, what is this about? And the way it all spurred was, we hear about the state of the cities. Every city has their state of the city. We also hear about state of education. But we haven't heard of one where they combine education, industry, and approach it in a regional level. And so we thought, this hasn't been done before. If anyone's going to lead this effort, it should be us. It should be RGV LEAD because that completely aligns with our mission. So we're excited to host this. It's October 5th. Registration starts at 10:30. We have a great program. We're starting at 11 sharp. We're going to have experts from the Tri-Agency Workforce Initiative, so the Texas Education Agency, the Higher Education Texas Coordinating Board, the Texas Workforce Commission, and we also have 3 industry panelists representing construction and skilled trades, healthcare, and manufacturing. And our keynote is going to be Ms. Adriana Cruz from the Texas Governor's Office, who is the Executive Director of Economic Development and Tourism. And then Senator Lucio, who's been a big champion of education, will be also a speaker offering closing remarks. So we are so excited to host this, and the purpose is really, there's 2 goals. Our primary goal is to bring education and awareness about what these state agencies are doing and how they are collaborating amongst themselves and also with industry so that students will be prepared. And then our secondary goal is to raise funds because we want to be able to expand our reach to students, create more scholarships, enhance our programs, and then also create new programs like paid internships that we can coordinate so that students really get those hands-on experience and the tools to further succeed.
I am struck by something you said there about how the uniqueness of this event, in as much as you are right, we have the education events and we have the state of the cities, but it's rare, and you may be correct there, that it's the first time you actually combine industry with education, and to have a conference where both sides are talking to each other. That's important.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've had the great privilege of serving the RGV LEAD board as board president for the last 3 years. I've served on the board for the last 5. but I volunteered with the organization for over 10 years, back in my previous career working for the Brownsville Economic Development Council. And I've seen firsthand how this program gives students the confidence and the skills, and it really just brings awareness of the different careers out there and what they need to do to prepare from high school. And so I can say that I've seen students, I've talked to superintendents who say that they've seen the impact on these students, and then we talk to employers as well, that they appreciate that there is this excitement and there's this energy about bringing employers and having them be part of the conversation so that employers can help educators understand what is it that we need in our workforce.
I know funding's always an issue for non-profits, so I'm not suggesting that you've got all the staff to do these things, but as a group over the years, have you put out policy positions, have you put out white papers, etc., that say this is what we believe where the Valley should be headed?
Yeah, so great point. So one of our, as I mentioned, this is our inaugural event, but our goal is to hold this biennially, and we want to hold this before the legislative session for that very purpose, because we want issues, we want challenges that would come up and potential solutions to come out there in the open. So that once we get all these people talking together, after this event, our goal is to kick off our regional industry advisory councils within different industries. So there's a lot of stuff happening, but this is our kickoff. And so with these regional industry advisory councils, we hope to do exactly to your point, come together with the experts of the industries, with educators, with workforce agencies, and see what does our state need to further advance, and what can we do, and how can we be part of that solution.
I don't know if you found this as well, being a Valley native and living in the Valley so many years like I have, but the Valley's growing so fast. Everyone is so busy doing their own thing. All the companies, there's so many different industries in growth mode. Do people have the time to pull back from their day-to-day jobs and say, you know what, I want to give my time to an organization like yours so that we can educate the legislature, so we can tell the state leadership these are the challenges we have. And what do you find there? Is the interest level there?
Well, I will say this. During my time working at the Brownsville Economic Development Council, I held different positions. One of the positions was Director of Business Retention Expansion, and the other one was Director of Business Recruitment. And I'll tell you this, Steve, every time that I met with companies, with local companies, I met with over 300 local companies within Brownsville. And when I would ask them, what are your top challenges? I could tell you that 95% of those challenges pertain to workforce. And then I would ask, okay, that's your number one challenge, and what are you doing to be part of the solution? And that's where, we need to invest our time, because as employers, if we're not investing ourselves into the future workforce, a company is only as good as its people. And so I would tell employers, in order for you to have that skilled workforce, you need to invest, and we need to start early, because the earlier we start, the more we can prepare them. And something that I live by, Winston Churchill has a quote that I love, and it says, "We make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give." And so sometimes my husband jokes, because he says that I spend more time volunteering than I do working sometimes, but it's all interdependent. And I think that if we all give our time and energy and talent and pour ourselves, it's for the betterment of everyone.
And going back to a point you made earlier about telling your story as a group, do you have the staff, do you have everything in place to start addressing that in a better way, that you will be getting your message out through your social media, press releases,
yes,
guest columns, editorials, videos? I mean, can we expect that?
Yes.
RGV LEAD?
Yes, so we did our 5-year strategic plan last year, and we have some very bold goals. And we've got 3 bold goals, and our third goal is pretty much all about our message, promoting our story, and it's about bringing in more events so that we can promote RGV LEAD, because you're right, not many people know. And so in the last 3 years, we've enhanced our efforts, and we've been able to raise over $100,000 just in these new initiatives so that we can pour back to the students. But we've been doing fundraisers like skeet shoots. We did a lead, which is coming up in November. We did a Lead in Love raffle in February, tied with Valentine's. And then this will be our third new initiative, State of Education and Industry in the RGV.
Well, Lizzy, thank you so much for today's interview. Let's wrap it up by you again repeating when this big event is and how people can get involved and attend.
Absolutely. So this big event is going to be Wednesday, October 5th. Registration's at 10:30, and we are going to start at 11 o'clock sharp, not Mexican time, American time, and I can say that because I'm Mexican American, but we will be starting the program at 11. It'll be 11:01 in Westlaco at the Knapp Medical Conference Center. You can go to our website, rgvlead.org. We have sponsorships available. We also have the purchase of tables available and a few individual tickets. You can contact our office or you can email me. My email is Lizzy, LIZZY, or you can contact our office, and the phone number to our office, let me provide that to you, is going to be 956-405-3091.
Again?
956-405-3091, or you can email L. Rodriguez at rgvlead.org. He's our executive director. So please, we invite the community. We already have a lot of people that are joining us. We have educators, school districts that are joining us. We have industry, we've got workforce agencies, we've got higher education, and so we're very excited to bring this to the Valley, and we hope this is a one of many.
Well, Lizzy, I've got to say I'm really excited. I'm pleased to have learned so much more about you and your group, that the Rio Grande Guardian is there for you as a platform to tell your story, especially, like you say, with the legislative session coming up. Important that the Valley is loud and clear on what its challenges and needs are.
Absolutely, Steve, and thank you for all the work that you do in promoting our region and bringing awareness.
So thanks again, Lizzy, and we will see you on October the 6th.
5th.
October the 5th.
Yes.
Get that right. October the 5th, we will be there.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Thank you
much for today's interview.
Thank you.